Okay, Mr. Funston, you mentioned that so far there has not been any attack or significant damage to the food system in this country. And under those circumstances, how do you keep the food industry vigilant against a possible terrorist attack?
Well, that's a real challenge, I think, because there's a natural tendency until there is a serious event for people to be complacent about these things. And also you're not wanting to engender a sense of paranoia. But the question is that if an incident does occur, then it will have serious ramifications for the entire industry. And you've had micro examples of that have already occurred when you do have food contamination. So I think it's in the interest of the industry as a whole to start to look at what their assumptions are and how prepared they really are in the event of a large-scale disaster, because if they're not prepared for it, we can see the enormous amount of effort that it takes when you're responding to a situation, as you've seen in Japan, that it's much harder to respond to an event after it's occurred than it is to prepare for it and prevent it in the first place.
Okay, we address our publication to livestock farmers. Is there any quick advice you'd have for livestock farmers in terms of planning possible worst-case scenarios?
Well, I think the challenge there is that the conventional wisdom is that they've been doing what they've been doing, and it's made them successful. I know they're looking at new technologies in terms of production and so on. But the question to really ask themselves is, are they betting the farm, literally, by not taking these things into account and preparing for it? And they would never do it deliberately, but if you can think about, are you betting the farm if you're not prepared to deal with one of these kinds of biohazard disasters?